right, here we go. Right. Map 1, Forge Blitz Blaze. Are you ready, man?
Yeah, we got everybody shooting.
There we go. Everybody got a gun. All right, here we go. We're going to start things off on crack where he gets the sweet one shot on Death Knight. 2 down already for the Latin American Kings. Oh, these new goons came to play, Blaze.
Yeah, there's some shooters on this team, and they're always around to play. You know, we talked about how these guys, they've been playing against this LATAM Kings team for a long time, you know. Formerly the boys who always wear that yellow. You know, no matter what org they in, you know, those color schemes got to be yellow. And so right here, you see super aggressive for new goons, and we'll see what happens. We've seen this LATAM Kings team lose a lot of round ones before, but you know, they watch a lot of Fight Night too, and every time they do lose one, they make the weapon selection very, very important for their team. So if LATAM Kings lost this round 1, it'll be super beneficial for them. Why? Because they're going to put an M-bar up top, or they're going to put a boom shot down low. They're going to put something big, a big, nice, heavy power weapon for their all-stars to shine and for them to really start dictating the flow of this map and play their game.
Yes, and with the 2-to-1 hill cap advantage for new goons, they are now pushing the 100 mark in regards to points, with Latin American Kings falling behind with 60 points. But as we are on board with Sleeper, he's getting hit with all types of support weapons, pistols, lances, before he was finally taken down by Cardia. 3 kills, 3 downs, and only 2 deaths. This guy has an impressive stat line as he runs across the map with the Lancer before he is confronted by a member of Latin American Kings. He's staying alive, but with the teammate coming to his aid, he seems to push the 2v1 fight, which happens to be a 3v1 where they are capping the B-Hill.
You know what? Hey, in the first round, everybody's a winner, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to start just saying that everybody's a winner in round number 1. You know, either you get a round win or you get one of the first weapon placements in the game. And that's going to be just so huge. But, folks, we take a look at our scoreboard. It's going to be 155 to 105. A 50-point deficit.
Is this triple cap territory?
We'll see if LATAM Kings, they got to go for the triple cap, so they need to decap B. Cardia's watching. We're going to start to see some pressure coming from mid-map, though. Desanai is going to play it super safe, and he's going to try to push in last minute, drawing some people to him. He's waiting for the pinch from his team to come in through. He got 3 players in front, and he knows that he just needs to go.
Clock is ticking, baby. Clock is ticking with the score now 195 to 133. I mean, Latin American Kings, they have to get a triple cap. Every fight has to be won on their end. As Desanai pushes in with a 1v1, yes, he was able to take out B-God, but Exploits was able to take out Sleeper as well.
Home hill.
Yes.
Who's watching?
I mean, this is possible, Blaze.
Beautiful. Oh,
this is possible. No shot, Blaze.
Now this is like, you know, I always say that, you know, even with the weapon, this is like a morale winner, right? This is where you just crush your opponent's morale if you're able to win this one. The home hill just needs to get capped. So what I want to see from NG, I want to see them fighting in the home hill, because as LATAM Kings is cutting down his deficit, you know, it's looking like, hey, as soon as they reach that 200 mark, this hill won't even make a difference.
Yes.
See, he needs big one. Oh, this is it.
This is it.
Oh, but the score. He needs to cap now. They may have done it. I don't know if you should leave that hill, big fella.
Goons coming in to cap C. Here it goes. This is a huge 2v2 fight. Okay,
they won it.
They got it.
They won it.
No way.
Yeah, they won it.
No way.
Floyd's leaving that hill at the end. He just needs to just be a brick wall and just hold his ground.
Man.
The reason why I say he needs to be a brick wall and hold his ground, because they needed that hill to cap up as soon as possible. They needed 2 people in that moment.
They made a statement.
They needed 2 people in that moment. You couldn't allow you know, those guys to come through and break you capping up that hill with just 1 touch. So he had to be a wall.
Are we really witnessing this already in round 1? All right, so we're gonna take a look at the weapon going down.
And so that's a real win. Okay.
Yes.
Just for the fact is that that's a morale boost for your team, and New Goons is just like house way.
How do you start off a map like that?
Also, they go for the secondary weapons right away, which is completely okay. Why? Sleeper's good with all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You know, the Markset is his preference on this map. But with it being 1, 2, 3, 4 weapon spawns on this map, round 5, round 6, if LATAM Kings, you know, end up losing it, they can easily switch it out.
I really like this. Look at New Goons. They're complete bullies. Down low at the B hill, we saw Exploits just bully himself to gain map control. In the control room, Crack takes out Chaos. Now 1 more member is left alive for Latin American Kings. He's going to go ahead and push. He is going to try to clutch Desanai. No, he was unable to clutch. It's only 2 kills, 40+ seconds dead. It is I'm not gonna say it's not looking good because they won the first round by clutching it, but I mean, Latin American Kings, they're not starting off as hot as we thought they would.
This is just a beautiful pinch. If you're cracked, you can't die, and he kind of clutches up. But that's a, they kind of had to double back because what ended up happening in that up tower, yeah, Latam Kings, they ended up pushing through and taking that fight towards Nugoon's side of that control room. Gave their teammates a spawn up and kind of get some more position back up top, but it's still no power weapons up there. So after that first initial, it's really no point of being up there. You can kind of keep the fight focused and geared towards down low.
Crack able to stay alive as he had 2 Lancers firing off. He won a 1v1 to help out his teammates, and now he's pushing another 1v1. Oh no, he was unable to take it. Monkey, a guy that we have bragged about for it seems like forever now. The latest addition to this Latin American Kings roster. He is a slaying force. The guy he goes off. Simple.
Yeah, he always, you know what? He's one of the big reasons in which they made their way back into the top 4, you know?
Yeah.
His play style, was able to relieve some pressure from his teammates, and also, at the same time, making plays for the team, right? Making plays that needed to be made and keep them in games. He's a huge factor of that, and on land, sometimes he does not die.
No. As I'm taking a look at VGod and the rest of the Nugoon team, they're not afraid to get into the face of Latin American Kings. They're not scared to push Chaos, push Monkeys in these 1v1s to really pressure them. And that's what we miss from a lot of, lower seeded teams when they go against these top rosters. You got to show these guys that you're not scared to push these fights. You're going to have to make them play your game, not the other way around.
I 100% agree with you there, Bill. You do got to make them play your game. That's why, especially even through the weapon selection process, is so it's so important because you just need to set the map up the best way for your team, and not so much of trying to block things for your opponent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you and your opponent are both great with boom shot at a certain location, and put the boom shot down and have confidence in your team and your team's gameplay. But with 2:03 on the clock and 1 heal in Nugoon's favor, and they're capping up a second one, they will get round number 2. And Latam Kings will end up placing the M-bar up top of control room.
I think they heard our pregame talk, and these guys came off firing because, I mean, they should be up 2-0 right now. Chaos and Crew, they were able to clutch it, but Crack Cardia, exploits, these guys are just going off. They're from initials all the way into the end. These guys, they keep pressuring you over and over again. This is what I like to see with teams trying to make it to the top. But the question is, when you look at a team like this, they're so fiery and hot. It's consistency. Can they continue sending in these aggressive waves over and over again to make sure Latin American Kings, lose?
I was a little rusty on my weapon selection prediction. They end up blocking Incinerator, and which is cool. That's still going to be good in their favor. I just, would expect the aggressive gameplay sooner, but you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe because they're not winning these initials, they're staying away from placing that power weapon up top,
Good point.
They've been a little slow on it, and it has been involving in Crack up there just really getting the job done and take it down, Desert Knight and Chaos. So we'll see. Maybe that was the hesitation because I usually don't see it from them.
Yeah, when it comes to initials and control tower, Nugoons, they're 2 for 3 right now. They're probably able to erase that deficit by winning this last fight. It's all down to info. No, he gets down, but yes, exploit. Able to take out Dezo. He was unable to win that fight for his team. But Monkey, 7 kills, 4 downs. He has a bow talk and he's looking to put in big damage as a support player.
At first, I was going to say Monkey's made a huge mistake not reviving his teammate when he had time. And he still could have revived him, but, he ended up clutching up and winning his 1v2 and taking that fight for his team. But here comes the pressure. And we're seeing Latam Kings just focus. They're just they're geared down low. And it's working out for them. And they said, hey, we're winning these rounds, and, let's keep the aggression.
Crack! Look at Crack! Crack came out of nowhere with the flank. He got 2 straight kills. Exploit was able to help him out to get the 3rd straight. Latin American Kings down 3 players. Now you're going to see the aggressive play. But Blaze, you spoke about the great play by now picking up the down member. We see that a lot with these pro teams, these top teams. How important is it to keep the play going rather than pause for that, extra 5 seconds to pick up on the team?
It depends on the situation. That was a situation in which you could revive his teammate, but sometimes it kind of just calls for, do you feel like you're in a position to pick up both kills, you know?
Yeah.
Do you got a free kill in there somewhere? Can you, point blank a guy off a revive and get some help? But if any chance you can get an extra gun in that fight, a friendly gun, you take it. Those are risky plays. High risk,
we're old school. We like
high
numbers,
risk,
man.
equal reward.
Yeah.
Because the reward is the same, if not greater, when you pick your teammate up in that and win the same fight. So it's nothing special coming out besides a little bit of clout. A little bit of clout.
Adverse, we saw him in a 1v1 cover fight against Crack. He knew that fight wasn't the best scenario for him, so he backs up with the Lancer. He's going to make sure that his home hill remains untouched by this COG team. But Adverse, a veteran in the scene, a veteran in the Latin American scene, definitely. We expect nothing but high IQ plays from him. So with this huge fight over at B Exploits, no, he was unable to make a huge play. Sleeper, one of my favorite players on this roster. He's able to capture B Hill to get the triple cap.
Here comes the rest of the players off of spawn. Latam. They're going to steal that one. So now our next two weapon selections that are open, we got a weapon slot on top of this B Hill, and we got one up top.
I'm gonna see him go.
If I'm New Goons, Latam Kings, they've been kind of, after the first initial fight of control tower, they've been kind of running away from it. But you can put something nice down low.
I like this. The
fight's been geared towards here. They're just gonna keep it at nades. Okay.
Okay, you know why? Because Exploits, he's in a 1v1 in that area. Every time I've taken a look at the B Hill, Exploits, he's always the first one to make the move there. Whoever's playing there on Latin American Kings, he's not being as aggressive. So he's giving that real estate over to New Goons every single round. So if they're able to capitalize and get that incendiary nade, even if they have trouble in control tower, Exploits will be able to make a huge move to help out.
Yeah, he definitely will be. Now, so you see, it's actually a 2v1. Latam Kings head numbers on top of the incense. But here you go, Chaos. I think he's pushing through.
He's still alive.
And Crack's doubling back, but that's 3 members. So initially, they still got kind of Latam Kings. They want to fight up top of control room. Chaos push through, but ultimately they got the incense and they got the neutral hill cap. Right? That's pretty much the whole purpose of the fight of control room, to get whatever power weapons in those locations, but most importantly, cap the neutral hill and get map control. Since there's no power weapons up there, since no heals in the incendiary, you don't need it to keep control over the map. So they're doing what they got to do, and they're playing efficiently.
Yes.
This should be another round in the book for Latam Kings, and yes, it will be.
And here we go, 2 rounds in a row. Latin American Kings up 3-1 Blaze. This is something that I've always called out, and it gets me so frustrated. When I see a power weapon put down, and it's usually a 1v1 or 2v2, I always say, why don't they throw an extra player there? Just to throw them off track. Latam Kings did that. I mean...
So, now my thing is that the fact is that they did not... They saw was 2 people down low fighting for the instance, but they put majority of their players up top. And that was New Goons who put majority of players up top. But the question is, why? There's nothing really crazy up there. There's nothing big.
Yeah.
Why so many people? And so now they're going to finally put a snipe and make some use of this control tower. But the one thing that was impressive to me is that this is one of the first few times where I've seen that whole control room pretty much be null and void. Where teams
it didn't matter last time.
Yeah, no. The last 4 rounds, nobody really cared for it.
Yeah.
Within base strats, you sent your first few players there, but at the same time, you could have took those same 2 players and ran them up under that underpass to the right of Exploits there, and just pushed out the players down low if you wanted to.
I like that, and with the mid-game adjustment, New Goons saw that it was a 2v2 at the B Hill. a 1v2 at the B Hill, so they sent an extra player. It didn't mean anything in the long run. B-God was taken out by Adverse. Adverse picks up the double kill, taking out Exploits as well. Here we go, control tower.
All dead.
Won by Latin American Kings. This is 5 down for New Goons.
On a 18-second respawn round as well. So, and these guys know it. They said, damn, we got white.
Fat lady singing.
So, folks, just to kind of break it down for you, we had a 1v1 in Incense, we had a 2v2 on top of the B Hill, and we had a 2v2 on Control Tower. Yeah. And all fights were won for Latam Kings. The 2v2 down low. They got the man advantage, closed out the last guy. They got super aggressive up top because they were controlling the fight, just happened to be controlling it at the same time. They played it out, they won that. And we saw it down low, Cardia losing that 1v1 as well. So, Latam Kings, everything's working out for them. But this time, I like the play by New Goons. Why? They said, all right, come back down.
All right.
They said, come back down. Let's get some more focus down low. And you know, we'll see what happens.
Right.
So what I want to see is a 1v1 up top for Sniper. I want to see 3 guys fighting for the boom, and I want to see the home
Same.
hill players try to fight for engagement through that cut, right? Get that angle mid-map so you can have a sight line on that boom and those people that's in that underpass.
It's almost as if Blaze can see the future. You see a 1v1 fight for the sniper rifle up top, but also a 3v3 team battle down low for the B hill and the boom shot. So with Crack grabbing the sniper rifle, Latin American Kings, they take out 3 players down low.
Ooh.
For the advantage. And here we go, Cardia making a move. Cardia and Crack on absolute fire for this New Goons roster, where they combined, you know, 30 kills between the two. This is up to Crack to really make a play.
See him just take a shot.
Do it. You have the sniper rifle. There we go.
Oh, he was waiting for the boom pickup. Smart man.
All right.
He's trying to see if they're gonna go for a second one, but that
Being
boom is
impatient.
he's gonna eye until that boom disappears or until one of his teammates get into a proper position.
And his teammates were able to respawn with how much time that he took off the clock by just being patient. He had a turtle strategy and waited to get the free kill, but adverse. Oh!
Cracked him.
Oh, that caught me off guard. But yeah, Crack going absolutely off the New Goons roster right now.
That was beautiful.
I didn't expect that.
He won his 1v1, but it just showed that, he was still able to control what was happening at B for the boom shot, and also buying his team enough time.
Yeah.
And now domination coming through for New Goons, but they're choosing to back up. Crack's trying to get some space, not trying to die in this fight right away. Can't see a lot through the smoke. But folks at home, we can see with the X-rays, and it's looking like this fight can go either way, and it's finally going to go in favor of New Goons.
All right, when you look at the score, 2-4, you would think, okay, Latin American Kings, they're putting that thing on. They're giving them that work. No. This New Goons roster, these guys are on fire right now. Crack and Cardia was the Exploits specifically. We saw what Crack did with the sniper rifle, which was absolutely huge. But the rest of the team they're picking up, they have great team fire. It's just coming down to crunch time where LATAM Kings are able to excel. So, like I said earlier on, I believe in the second round, this is where consistency is key. All right, you're winning initially. You have to keep that energy up throughout the rest of the game. Blaze, I believe we're heading into halftime.
Yep, we're going to be heading into halftime, folks. So, our power weapons that was on the map are going to be wiped off. And then, we're also going to have 3 new nils spelled, D, E, and F.
Yes.
But on a map like this, the opening initiatives are still somewhat the same,
I have a question, Blaze.
Yeah.
Looking at that initial fight, yes, we saw some smoke clouds, but it's almost like these players can see through the smoke. How important is tagging and just call-outs in general in this Series War game?
So, so every player, you click your right stick in, you put a mark, right? You mark a player. You see that mark to the right, that is almost like that red dot over his head? Through smoke, your team can see if you mark players, but you can't mark somebody through smoke. You gotta mark them before the smoke goes up. You gotta only can mark what's in your vision.
Yes.
And that's super important with, it's 10 smokes to start the game. And every player spawns up with another smoke. So being able to tag people and get the vision through the smokes and be able to see where they're stunned, that is very important. And it's a fundamental. If you're shooting, you should be tagging. Anybody that you're shooting should have a red dot over their head.
Yes.
And if you can do that masterfully, then it's almost like, having X-ray vision on at all times.
I mean, not only that, but it's great for just, really focusing all of your damage on the one player. If one guy, let's say if there's an Avexes or a Praise running around just going wild, tag him, point him out, so everybody on your team can see him, they can focus on him. It adds great depth to the game.
It does. And so, all right, so this has turned into another 1v1 up top. This is going to be Desnide versus Crack. Who can come out? Who wants it the most?
Crack has been going off, and here we go, Crack with the kill on Desnide. Okay, he's going to press the incendiary button, and he's offering a lot of Lancer fire. Now, if you take a look at the map right now, all of New Goons are moving as a unit with the boom shot and Exploit. He uses one shot. He was unable to take out the opponent, but he's going to stay safe. He's going to pocket the boom shot for now, and he's going to play extremely slow. There's no need to rush and risk that weapon. You have the strongest weapon on the game. This is up to you to take advantage of it. Yes, here he goes. He takes out Chaos with the second shot. No more booms left on the map. Oh, who is this? Cardia got up. He's trying to make a move. He was able to down Exploits, but Exploits lucky enough to have a teammate right by him for the revive.
All right, so now let's see. we look at the score. It's a 60-point lead for Latam Kings. But now, you got New Goons. They're going to get their first 2 hills on the board. It's going to be the D hill and the E hill. Boom shot has probably a little bit under a minute for respawn. So, folks, you know, the boom shot respawn timer is every 2 minutes. So as you start itching down to that 30-second mark, that 20-second mark, you should have players in position already to pick it up and defend for it. And, you know, we kind of see the teams who keep good times on these weapons, keep track of them, are usually the dominant teams, because sometimes you're in a situation where you don't have to push a fight. It's like, yo, boom shot's up in 10 seconds. Let's grab the boom, get 2 free booms, and let's go in and let's end the game. So currently it's looking like New Goons has that set up. They got this Latam Kings squad kind of funneled over towards Incendiary, and they're getting super aggressive on it, but this is actually a fight where they don't have to be too aggressive. They could have kept them, you know, just keep them over there occupied if you really want to, but they're getting the kills in their favor. And they're fighting for this neutral hill as well.
Yeah, Blaze, I have a question. When you look at this game, especially as a new viewer or an up-and-coming amateur player, even as a casual player that just wants to get better. So off of initial, if you have boom shot down, yes, we're going to have a strat to pick that up. But later on in the game, is it more important to just keep playing for hills or to reset for that boom shot? Is there a trade-off for that?
It's all situational, Bell. And the reason why it's all situational is because this game can turn currently in 20 seconds. Okay. You can get a wipe and we'll have a domination and it'll be over. So, you know, usually after you pick up those first initial power weapons, depending on what the respawn timers is and how big the map is, we may not see a second set of power weapons spawning up, you know? It's a situational thing, but when you find yourself in a spot where you're like, hey, we have position, we get 2 more boom shots, we can close this map out, then go for it. But if you're in a position where you can just end it with a domination, go for it. You gotta just take the best path of success. And an escalation is always changing. Okay, so Crack has a boom shot. He was in a 1v1 scenario where he could have gotten an easy free kill, but instead, he actually rotated to the other side of the map where his teammates are currently in a huge team fight to use the power weapon to his advantage, where he was able to take out Sleeper. Oh, Chaos was able to take out Crack, but here we go, Chaos with the meat shield in the 1v1. Info standing still with disrespect, able to take out Chaos even though he had a meat shield, and this round goes to Latam Kings. Yeah, and the thing is, what New Goons kind of failed in that round was control room control, right? Getting up in that control room and making sure that Latam Kings does not have good position on that button. We've seen several times where they pushed in and kind of fight for control of that incinerator, and they just couldn't do it because the simple fact is that, hey, you know, they got the button. We win a fight, they press the button. That gives it, what, 10 to 15 more seconds to these guys to respawn and get in position and take this hill. So in the first half of the game, a lot of these guys wasn't really kind of focusing on control room as much, but we're going to see New Goons. They're going to get that sniper back up top, boom down low. Crack's going to have his 1v1 versus Designite. He wins it, he gets button control as well. We'll see if with these 2 weapons, can give New Goons some hope to come back. Crack. Here we go, looking for his 22nd kill in this 1v1. This initial is going to be extremely crucial because with Latam Kings going for round point and Crack was taken up by Dezo, not only that, but the sniper rifle is available up top of control tower. Designite using his Lancer, acknowledging the situation to where, okay, the power weapon is there, but let me put in the most damage as possible with this weapon. So with the sniper rifle in his hands, he's looking to make huge plays for this team. You know, if Designite had lost that 1v1 up top, I would have kind of felt bad. Because, you know, after I told him I was kind of cooking him in the King of the Hill before the show started, you know, after he realized it was me, you know, his gameplay, you know, he's riding the bottom of the leaderboard with like 7 kills. You know, to him, man? I was just shooting my gun. You know, sometimes I get to shoot my gun in gear. Just because you a caster, you know what I'm saying? People sleep on you. Is that what you saying? Man, yeah, I would have been on top 14 if I showed this game. And I say that confidently. Blaze incoming. Based off of how much I've watched, based off the improvement I've seen on teams between 2 seasons, right? Based off on how this game is played, I'm just like, okay. You know, it's a you know, a lot of skill is involved, but smarts, vibes, communication. You know, this is it. Chaos. He played that extremely well. Rather than wait for both boom shots, he was able to get the first kill. Oh, the boom shot was pocketed, so that is not available for New Goons. But he was able to wait for his teammates to come, even though he was in a 1v2 situation, to fight for this domination. Yes, the New Goons are coming back up. The fight is not over yet with a 2-0 hill advantage.
looking pretty good for Latam Kings.
Yeah, he lost his teammate in that one. Couldn't connect with that last one. Dezo's gonna back up.
Okay.
He connected with the body shot on Carmine, but now he knows it's 3 people, and he's like, all right, now back up to his teammate, give the man advantage. But this is what you do with snipes, and that's perfect. You played it great. New snipe's gonna come up and crack. That's gonna mean that 30 seconds, new boom shot's gonna be up as well. But you got snipe. You run, you turn around, you take shots. You know. Yeah. That's the perfect time to hit a reaction shot, you know? You run, take a shot. Boom, you run, take a shot. You connect with a body shot, you turn the tide of that fight back in your favor. Cardia with the secret man, but it's not a secret anymore. And he's going to start to scurry away and regroup with the team.
Pull out the scope, Dezo. Give us another headshot. I actually thought Dezo was going to die. I mean, he had 3 guys, you know, going for the kill. But the fact was, they knew he had a weapon that could completely end them if they stopped the Lancer. So with his one teammate coming up to help him out, he was able to get away free. Like I said, high IQ play for this roster. I'm really a fan. So with the score 185-70, Latam Kings, so they're looking to close this out.
Uh-oh, they got the shot. Boom's on the ground. Adverse gets 2 kills in that one. Boom shot still not picked up again, but it doesn't matter. Latam King is going to end this one, folks. It's going to be 7-2 in favor of the Kings.
I mean, it was way closer than it looks.
I will say that. Any of these teams lose round number 1, let's get a boom shot in that pit and let's start playing some real damn.
Yeah.
And you know, for me, and we kind of talked about it earlier before Fight Night started, is that I feel like every map that has a boom shot down, anytime a boom shot is played, we get some of the most exciting gameplay. Some of the best gameplay. Why? Because now these teams got structure.
Yeah.
Now they got something to fight for. Now they got purpose. All right. Now their move is simpler for them. Oh, I didn't know that was a lion up there on the top. I just peeped that out. It was like a lion on top of the dam. That's pretty cool. You know.
Ain't that your spirit?
Yeah, that's my spirit animal. You know?
There you go.
I didn't realize that. You know, see, I'm still learning new things about the game. But Bill, just to say, when those big power weapons on the map, these teams have structure. They have more strategy, and you know, they have higher chances of coming out and winning these rounds as well. It just does nothing but good. So that's why I want to see that fight as soon as possible.
All right, here we go with the points tied up. We're now going to see a 2-1 hill advantage for New Goons. And speaking of New Goons, Crack once again with the first blood against Latam Kings, making a statement as always. Latam Kings, they fought back. They were able to take out 3 members of New Goons. But New Goons, you know, they're here. They're fighting back. These guys are not letting off the gas. But I like to see Adverse with a double kill on Imbo and Crack. We're going to see if he can go ahead and pick up a 3rd. Yes, he was able to clean up on Cardia. So, once again, you know, New Goons, they start off extremely hot, but Latin American Kings showing their veteran presence and high IQ. They're able to come back from behind and make it a game that's worth winning.
All right, so at this point, New Goons, they're getting forced out of this neutral hill. You're going to see 4 members of Latam Kings in their setup. And New Goons, they're stacking these small stairs. But what they got to realize, and they know this is a small choke point for you to kind of run through. It's not the most ideal fight in the world to kind of try to stack and fight. I would have left 1 player in this position, maybe 2, and I would have had the rest of my players start pushing through mid-map. Why? You need to spread out this team. You know, you coming through that one little small area, Latam Kings, they just like, hey, they're here. Get them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's take them out. They all coming this way. We know where they all are. You got to spread these boys out and force them to break their own setup.
I mean, that was beautifully put, Blaze. When you play Gears of War, you know, most games in general, you get this tunnel vision where, you know, you're forced to just go straight into that one objective. Most teams, they don't think outside of the box, and that's what Latam Kings did map 1, and that's why they were so successful. So here we go. Latam Kings coming up on the domination. 2 hills already capped. They're fighting for the New Goons C hill, which is their home hill, with Adverse taking out Cardia. Blaze. Round 1 goes to Latam Kings.
Yep, you're gonna go there, and you know, they controlled that map fully. They want to open it. They want to open in initials. They waited for New Goons to spawn up off those 10-second respawns. They slayed them out one more time. They ended the game. And this is where you got to really spread the map out. You know, I say you go for it. You spread the map out. Come on, spread
do it. You know, you want to.
They want to go for secondaries. You want to block that, or you want to put what you want. Secondaries is so.
That's what I like about them.
Secondaries is so strong where I'm not mad when I see teams make these placements.
Blocked it.
I'm okay with that. Sleaford, he's one of those players. And when you got a player on your team like that, who's just so deadly with the secondary weapons,
Yeah.
you go for that.
Yeah.
It's okay. You go for that and you block it or you put down what you want. And they don't want no weapons there because LATAM Kings, that's one of the tools in their arsenal. Put Marcus down, let him go around and just tag everybody up, and then it feels like you're playing 6v5.
Yeah. And speaking of an X factor, Cardi, I believe, 8 kills, 0 deaths so far in the first round. The guy is consistent. He's playing each life with purpose. I believe it was
Cardia?
It was
No.
Cardi or adverse?
Okay, probably adverse.
I think adverse.
Yeah, adverse.
It was adverse. Excuse me. It was adverse. I apologize. He just died for the first time in the second round, but utilizing each life to the max and just not dying, staying alive for your teammates. That's important. So here we go. 3 down for LATAM Kings. 4 down against 2. This is really time for new guys to go ahead and take advantage of it. You see Cardia capping the B hill. These guys are gonna have to push over to the other side of the map to get the C hill.
So let's all pay attention on how LATAM Kings chooses to break this hill. All right. So we saw New Goons in a situation beforehand, and they stacked up. And this time, LATAM Kings, they're like, all right, y'all got the neutral here. That's okay. Let's spread out.
Yeah.
Now, this is a good rotation by Cardia because he saw it was coming. He says, yo, let me get out wide and stop people from coming behind us. But it took him out to fight. And it's giving, currently, the Kings a better opportunity. Having a 2v2 fight on top of the neutral hill is a little bit easier than having a 4v4 fight where you're forced to kind of come through one choke point.
I agree. Here we go. Cardia trying to make the most of a 2v1 disadvantage. He was able to take out Chaos. He tried to run away, but he was finished by Adverse. Adverse, the guy who has been on absolute fire as of late. 10 kills, 2 downs, only 24 seconds dead, less than a minute. He is going to look forward to making a move for his team out being just a pest in the New Goon stuff.
All right, so you're going to see on this neutral hill, Adverse is the first line of defense. He's in a 1v3 pretty much on that side. And he was the only person here. Actually, he had one more
Chaos.
teammate. But Chaos knew that, based off his position, it probably wasn't no winning that fight.
Yeah.
So Chaos is looking to try to rotate over there towards the platform and reach the Detonite. And you see the pressure on the home hills as well. So New Goons, they're trying to make a decision. Hey, we got people fighting on our home hill. Their hill, we only got one hill in our control. What should we do? And so they're going to double back to their home hill. So during this time, the B hill is wide open.
Yes.
And we're going to see LATAM Kings. And now they're going to choose to rotate in and lock that down for themselves.
There we go.
And so that's the importance of still controlling platforms and still pushing off on that other end of the map, because you force these teams to not fortify and you make this so much easier on yourself.
Yeah, I mean, that's veteran presence. That's why they're ahead of the rest. These guys, they're able to acknowledge where every player was on the map, knew that that B hill was up for taking. That's why these guys got top 3 in Vegas. Can't say enough about them. But with the timer running out, 200 to 172 is looking like LATAM King is going to run away with this, Blaze. 2-1-7. Here we go. 2-0.
All right.
That came fast.
So if New Goons doesn't put a boom on Pit or something,
It's over.
Just because the fact is that you haven't been winning this fight up top.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you hit 2
I don't
good
like
rounds.
the rotations.
Yeah, you hit 2 good rounds. These guys aren't keeping control over platform as much. We saw Cardia kind of do it 1 round, but still, the rest of the team, as these players are spawning up, they need to be hitting the LB and say, okay, we got a few people, watching Pumping Station, watching that neutral hill. Let me check platform. Let me check pit to make sure that nobody's trying to push through and just go aggro on top of our home hill.
Yeah.
But incense, okay, something, right? Because if you lose the open initial and the team fortify, you got a power weapon to work with.
I don't agree with it.
I don't either. I don't either.
I feel like incense is a short-term solution to a long-term problem. These guys, slaying isn't their problem. It has to do with rotations and ending the game fast while they have the number advantage. If they put down a huge power weapon, they do extremely well on initial. That could give them a chance to put away the game. On a map like Dam, we see shorter rounds because
I'm at the point where I just want to boom on every map.
It would be nice.
I just want to boom on every map.
Right.
But hey, we'll see. And we're gonna have Adverse come through. He gets that kill on exploit, and now looking to push through. Got his teammate with him as well. They're gonna find involving the former teammate. He goes down. That's gonna be 2 members down from New Goons. Chaos with the aggro. He's gonna flank this guy.
He has no idea.
And somehow Adverse did not kill his teammate in that process, which I thought he was. But the pressure comes through, and LATAM Kings takes this round with ease.
Blaze, you always preach about, you know, the buddy system. That's what worked. It was, I believe, Avarice and Chaos.
Yes.
They went through the map together, was, you know, picking up kills left and right. Even came to a time where Crack didn't even see Chaos coming up behind him on the flank.
He saw him. I think he was just so committed.
If he saw him, then
I think he was committed to the Lancer. He was like, yo, I got a lot, and rightfully so. Avarice is very weak. He was just like, yo, he's got to go down. He's got to go down. He's got to go down. But if he didn't see him, then yeah, that's an issue. But he could have easily, you know, turned on Chaos and just tried to hit him with a back coming around that corner. But he probably was already dead. Chaos had right hand, easily curved that shot. It's a difficult position to be in.
I pretty much agree. But hey, we got your wish. Boom shot down in the pits. We're going to see a huge team fight right here with the Incense over at Platform and the Boom at Pit. This is the game file Singapore Defeat. Expo is coming off extremely aggressive. Crack able to get the first blood, taking out Chaos. But here we go. Latin American Kings with 3 straight kills, 4 straight kills, and the Incense picked up. It is all down to Invo. Last one alive, Boom shot is picked up by LatAm. And here we go. This is where we're going to see the push for the domination.
Yeah. Overhead map, please, since we have 5 down. We got 1-1. Boom stacking on home kills. Okay.
Here we go.
He gets 1 kill. Got 1 more in the chamber. Gets 2 kills. Got a teammate help him. Trying to juke this last guy out. Doesn't even matter.
Nope.
4 rounds on the board. Now, guys out there. So for new goons, when they come back and rewatch this, and also everybody else who's watching the stream, in your respective region, force your opponents to play their best maps.
Yes.
Let them run their best strategy. And you mirror it. You mirror it.
This some
you know what I'm saying?
Pay attention.
Just let them run their best stuff.
Go ahead.
And you go match them. If they send 2 players to pit, you send 2 players to pit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They send 2 to plat, you send 2 to plat.
I like
that. It's a 1v1, you do it. And you watch their rotations. You find the openings. Next thing you know, 2 rounds in, like, yo, fam, if you come this way, you hit this angle, he goes down, we win this round. Like,
there we go.
Take your opponent's strats and make them better.
This knowledge doesn't come free all the time, y'all. Pay attention now.
You know, take the sauce and put your special seasoning in, okay? Make it your own.
All right, and here we go. We're kicking things off in round 5. Monkeys with the first blood, able to take out Invo of Latin American Kings. You know, 4 kills off the bat. Crack. Last one alive. He is currently down. And here we go with the disrespected Y button coming from Monkeys.
And folks, the reason why I say it is that because when the best teams start running these strats on land and they hit you with it, and next thing you know, you're looking like Mr. Krabs, you're like, man, I wish we would have had more reps against that. Or, hey, you know, next time we play, we know what to do.
But you're right, though.
But you
they're
could be
the
getting
best
all,
for a reason.
You get those reps in online as soon as possible. Get those strats in the book.
Yeah.
I just want to, you know, me when I was competing, I just wanted to play the best at all times. I wanted the best at their best. Why? Because I wanted to get my butt whooped up and down, all online, every single
and
match.
it happened, y'all. Trust me, it happened.
And it made me better because of it. You know, that's the only way that you're going to get better.
Yeah.
You trying to avoid something, it's not a good look. You trying to avoid it is not going to help you beat it.
You're talking to somebody who literally grinded from the bottom until he made pro.
Like that's literally like
this is true.
That's literally like walking in the room, farting and spraying Febreze. Like, it'll be all right. It'll be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. Here we go.
Like, we just cover it up. We just try to avoid it. You know, we're not gonna clean it. You know.
Right.
We're just gonna avoid the whole situation. No.
It's like, come on, you're gonna have to mimic and then learn to beat it.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. But we're gonna see him flip this time around. New goons.
Yeah, they got 1 round. Okay, whatever. But, you know, but also at the same time, just to even kind of go on board with it.
Yeah.
It's just that you know, like you know, you try to avoid the situation. You know, it's not really gonna be working out for you, but this is gonna be the only way that you guys get better at home. And I had 1 more point I was gonna make, but I forgot it.
It's gonna come back to me.
It's gonna come back to me.
See, Blaze is getting old. He's starting to forget a little bit.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it is. You know, it happens at an old.
No,
age,
you're on point for a second though. I mean, it means something. I like the counter strat. In order to do that against the top teams, you're gonna have to look at how they do things, watch film, mimic them, and then when you mimic them, you guys match up. then you're going to see another, point to where somebody can get the flank, or just, another weapon placement you can make in order to counter their strat. That's how these teams.
That's how we all did it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be confused and get into land on some stuff that I've never seen before.
Right.
I wanted to know everything, and I was gonna take it and make it my own. Shoot, it's just as simple as that. That's just how it works. And some teams say, oh, we try to avoid strats and we try to avoid different that. This game is more, after opening initials, it's not like execution. After opening initials, it's all about awareness and communications and transitions, If it was execution, then yeah, sometimes there's some strats that you don't want people to see because it's that good, And if you do it too many times, oh, that's what I was going to say. A lot of people, when it comes down to that conflict and losing rounds online, some teams don't know how to lose rounds online. Some teams, they can't lose. They can't lose at all. They're just that much of a perfectionist, which is sad and good at the same time. But it's like you got to know how to take a loss and get better from it, right?
I agree.
And from a lot of teams, their fear of losing in online 2Ks or losing rounds or trying things and it's not working out, and then it's going to affect your team chemistry and your team morale, that needs to go. The whole team needs to understand what's going down, okay? We're going to run this strat. Why? Because we want them to do this. Why? Because we want to see how we can counter. Right?
Yeah.
Go in there with the game plan. Go in knowing that you're going to lose some rounds.
Okay, so there was a coach for Frag Dominant back in UE, and you know what he did? He actually took down, you mashed up different strats and the percentages that they won. So it's just, just countering your opponent, learning what they do, and just overall just getting better at the game.
But some teams just got the fear of losing so much where it just hinders them, right?
You can't take
take
an L and break up and get mad.
Even online, they're so scared to lose where they can't get better because they don't want to try nothing new. I'm going to say it one more time so you guys at home.
How are diamonds made?
Through pressure. Okay? Through pressure. All right? And there's a lot of cubic zirconians out there. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of fakers. You guys really need to learn how to lose.
I see the boys tonight here.
Learn how to practice.
But like Blaze said, even in these 2K finals, you can't take these L's to heart because at the end of the day, what makes these top teams better is that they look at why they lose. They communicate as a team to get better.
They're losing being afraid to lose.
You can't point the finger.
They already lost.
Right. I mean, this new Goons roster, even though they're down 1-5, they're not giving up. These guys are fighting.
And also, we're not specifically talking about just new Goons. I'm talking to a lot of you guys out there. And I like to call y'all out. I'm talking to a lot of y'all. You can't be afraid to lose because at that point, you lost the battle.
Right.
And we're going to see, you see by the points, Latam Kings, we're going to get this next one on the board and go up towards match point.
Yeah, this is a team I would love to see stick together and take some of your advice, some of the knowledge you're spending. Because when you look at this matchup so far, even though it's now 6-1, New Goons put up a hell of a fight.
Between all the fight nights and between all the tournaments, and, us casting, we are, we're a cheat sheet at times. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting you guys know what y'all need to do.
The game is free.
The intel is free.
It's out there.
It's there. It just depends on when you go scrim. If you're like, man, you know what? Let's try something new tonight. Let's go in it.
Just get loose for once.
Let's make sure. But also, most importantly, too, you need to make sure the team's mindset is right.
Oh, yeah.
If the team's mindset is right, if not everybody's on the clear page and it's not a clear consensus of what's going down and what's happening in practice, it's going to be that one guy who just feels out of place because y'all getting y'all butts kicked. And that's the one guy who's going to snake you. Because he's not involved when you're in the King of the Hills going strat. He's silent, right?
Right.
That's the one guy that's going to be like, you know what? I'm leaving the first chance I get anyway.
Right.
So next time y'all going over strats, look for that guy.
Always.
Like, yo, why you so quiet?
Damn, why you showing them the way?
You know what I'm saying?
Why you showing them the way?
Why we talking about something that's going down bottom barn and you wall bouncing up top in bowl?
If you ain't with your pistol running around the map with us.
and then he says a comment, oh, I see y'all. How you see us? Top bowl to bottom barn as we're going over top. Oh, I see y'all. I'm there.
I'm marching. All right, so here we go. Oh, map point for Latam Kings, series point for them. All they need is one more round, and they had a really good initial round. They got boom shot. Map control is in their hands. Chaos in the important 1v1 where he won. So this is all down to Latam Kings cleaning up these last 2 kills to get this domination.
Yep, and you know they got 2 hills in their favor. They're eyeing the home hill of Nugo.
Ooh. Whoa! How we got away like that? Crack. Why that was so nasty?
Like, for him to slide into that wall.
That was slick.
I
like Crack,
get around the corner the way he did.
Right.
After taking a point blank, and I'm just like, okay, that was weird, guys.
My man got the sauce. He got the sauce. All right. So Dezo caught him between Lance Spider and the smoke grenade. He was able to get away safely. But here we go. LATAM Kings now rushing for the triple cap, but slowly but surely trying to take control of this platform, which is taken over by Exploit. So Exploit caught up in the flank. He's with Crack against Monkeys. Can they get the kill? They cannot allow Monkeys to get the kill. No, Monkeys is taken out. And here we go, another 2v1 scenario. Chaos also taken out with the trade. He was able to take Crack out with him. So LATAM Kings slowly winning this 132 tonight.
All right. So we'll see. How does New Goons want to get back into this one? Folks, they do have the 2 caps in their favor. They got some control of the rule. Involving. He's looking for an angle. He's watching. Okay, I like it. Because now you got to force this guy to look at you, and also you're turning your back to the platform. But he didn't have anybody else from his team to kind of help him on this end of the platform. But his teammates are picking up the kills that he's needed, and most importantly, involving staying alive. And now he's going to, at first I thought he was going to get super aggressive and overextend to the home hill and force that guy to chase him, which I would thought would have been a great play. But once again, you got to give some man some love. It's BG.
Oh.
It's BG.
Don't do it to him. All right, teammate came up and cleaned up the kill involving. Teammate of the year, able to help out BG. Here they go. They're going to try to go for a triple cap for themselves.
He's going to...
Here we go. No, okay. So they're at a point where they have to go for triple cap right now. They can make the upset that, you know, bring the game is 2-6, but it all starts here.
Yeah, they're going to get a few of these kills. That's 3 kills. That's 4
right,
kills. That's
like
5. That's it. That's a lot. That's locked in, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, once again.
5 seconds away from seeing Optic Gaming. I'm excited.
Yo, right?
I'm excited.
Optic Gaming versus Ghost Pickup.
This was actually a really good series. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah, it was, it was a quick series, but it was still, good for the most part.
You saw a lot from it though.
Yeah,